Welcome back, my comrades. I am Victor Barasoff, and today we're continuing Fallout New Vegas Old World Blues Day 23, I believe it is. So yes, we're going to continue this one. I did get geared up a little bit, but I ended up using all my stim packs and near enough everything, killing all the robo scorpions outside here. So I want to start off this video here, so we're going to have too many load screens. So all we're going to do is go through this door and kill whatever's on the inside. But let's see what we've got left to do. Field research, find all the jukeboxes, and of course that one's in there. Booted. Alright, that's the only one. Right, yo, we just got this one to do then. Right, let's head into X42, Robo Warfare Facility. Should be interesting. And these loads can go faster, so I don't normally have to edit them out. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yes, I forgot about you. One giant ass robot. Right, yo.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
I understand. We are a giant ass robot fight. Okay. Stim pack me, please. Drone control terminal. X-ray test logs. The cyanide armor playing on the giant roller screen has serious precipitation, mostly warfare. It's vulnerable compared to small arms side. The sonic emitter that person brought much to fry several of the prototype systems we have. Looked into improving AMP shield from the next prototype. On more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing mildly. Some visual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to press small radiation suits and meds. Testing drone field logs. Contesting giant robot scurrying has remained. Chektron models were used as hostile communist sources, leading to insufficiency at this stage. They're little more than distractions. Okay, activate target drone sound. Ow, can you like stop radiating me, please? Right, try looting this place because we need to find that golden well reserve. There it is. Oh yeah, I forgot it's like Fallout 3 where we've got to open all these manually, don't we? I keep forgetting that. I'm so useless at Fallout. It's so loud. Open this. Duffel bags, scalpels. If I was playing this on PC, I would magically unlock it. Let me just quick boot all this. Well, I'm not playing this on PC yet because I'm still on the PC one to work. And it's there working on Xbox One, that's precious. What's this? Power regulator. Backup generator log. The new atomic laser is putting on incredible strain on the generator roll screen. Generator's damn thing shut down right in the middle of weapons test. Push the reduced laser output by 25%, increasing sharp out generators onto the scrolling touch. If you estimate the system were designed to handle the power from two systems at once, and some repeat test fires up the backup generator too early. Well. Warning! Activating voucher at this stage could damage or destroy the prototype shop. Yep. Okay, I may just like destroy the entire backup generators. I was not planning on that, but oh well. Okay, I think I may have just damaged it a little. Don't know how much by though. Is there a weapon I can find out by? Quite a bit actually, it's not dead, that's good. Took the right way, any boxes I can loot in here. We are going to be looting all this building anyway, like, once we get through it. Then we'll be going back to the Salem, and then we'll probably be doing Happy Trails after this. So yes, fun, moving straight into an DLC. Right that. We killed all them, yeah? So he has them royally screwed, let's just say that. Oh, shut up. Your name is Mobius, my butt, buddy. Nothing really in here. So we are looting this entire place just to make sure we get everything we can.
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light.
Oh, I know my Pip-Boy light's on. I jump over this carefully, yep. Right, let's go. Let's let's have a look then. Let's start looting all this. Oh god, I'm over encumbered. I dropped everything off though. Okay. Over encumbered. Okay, I'll just need a ton of junk food then. I dropped everything off. I'm still over encumbered. Okay. I need to sell a lot of this meds as well. That's probably why. Okay. I'm quite under just at the minute. I just have to be careful what I pick up from now on. I probably could just kill the electroscorpion from...
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light.
Let's see, is there anything else I can use? Locked average. Okay, let's try and get into this then, shall we? Oh man, got out of that. Right, let's re-log in then. Come on then, let me log in please. Here man, goes this smoke. That doesn't help either. Screw it, I might just kill the robot myself because I'm not sure what this terminal does, but I want to get into these boxes that are mission first. That was grenades, I didn't mean to pick that up. I really might come in handy anyway against that robot because they are pulse. Ah, these are just turret controls anyway. Might have some lore on though. Might as well break it open then if I can. Okay, I'll just resell my tries, that's not good. There we go, got it. Nice. New chart. Oh well, there we go. Let's see what weapons I've got. Did pick up some grenades, didn't I?
Fighting over. This one looks pretty tough.
Okay, that's doing like literally nothing. I need something what's going to do a bit of damage here. Shame that's broken. Might just have to use this instead.
That's all.
Come on. Killed it. Yay, right yo, let's get that up to thingy then. That up to 90. Now leaves 7 points left. So that'll break it up to 100 next, my science. Try to see which ones is best to get that up to 40 then. That leaves 4 more, shall I? Yeah, survival. Guns is good, medic's good. Got these. I might go for survival next. 4. Alright, this is now the hard one. It's like, where do I go next? Now you've got to like really look at every single one. You just don't read magazines, you tear into them. Damage books you pick up become black magazines when you can use to copy your existing skill magazines. That you can use to copy your existing skill magazines at workbench or convert blank magazines to books. Okay. Spray and pray, do last. Alright, you. Reveal some of the greatest mysteries of the pre-war mastery formula, so developing special nuclear cores. This perk unlocks special nuclear core recipes at workbench. Might do that. Yeah, nah, Grim Reaper, nah. Bleach Curl Limb, you do just. Alright. That one's a good one. Explorer, Atomic. Nah, I don't want no one. Weapon strength. Currency now 2 points lower than normal. Okay. Chem resistance. UJ 15 melee dodge, no. Wisdom cast. No. Life care, you gain 3 extra hit points. Hospitality, no. Night, no. Nerd rage. That's. No. Here now, Rebel might do that one. Fiend Slayer is quite good because I easy to 15 damage and VATs and the rest. Rad resistant. Quick weapon draw is good because it means I can draw my weapons quicker. Oh. I am going to go for the quick draw because I am going to be drawing my weapons a lot quicker. Oh, I could do that. Oh no, that's rank 1. That's quick draw. Let's have a quick draw sound. Quick draw. Quick draw makes all your weapons equipped and holster 50% faster. That's kind of good in battle, I guess. But I guess, wait, I might have a look. On this one, you don't take counter raiders or fire against the insanity. Settlers, and against dirty raiders, junkie types, as well as Xeon trials do 50% damage and have a bonus in hit that. So yeah, I'm gonna take that one because that one's good against raiders and the rest of this. Devil break.
We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
No, it's not Christmas. I'm dealing with these stupid turrets. Then I might go down there and loot that robot. I'm just getting XP from blowing stuff up. That's what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Right. Huh. Stealth boy. Right, there's nothing more to up here, so I'm gonna jump down and explore down here, even though it's yeah, no, not much down here. I think this is part of the robot, is it? Wow, many parts. Right. Let's have a look. Energy. Oh god, I'm all put fusion cells. Damn you. Where's fusion cells? Because they weigh the most. LAR, that's quite good. I can fix one of mine. I can't fix one of my broken rifles actually. This one possibly, yeah. LAR, yes. Well, that's completely fixed. Fall protector on drones, they're completely fried. Oops. I guess you can call me a murderer of robots now, I guess. Oh, some poor dead skeleton dude here. Take your psycho though, buddy. I can sell that to most of the shops around. Alright, hold on one second guys, there's no chance. Right. Just harvest once that quickly. Right, let's see what's up here then, shall we? Right, yeah, let's shoot these out. That's an LAR gun, okay, so obviously Elijah's gun was the right choice then, in the end. Let's take these then. Right, and tats. Hollow tape. Let's go for another hollow tape. Return to the sink. Sure thing. Pardon me. Pardon me. Right, keep it open for some strange reason. Can I open this box? Thank you. Let's see what's over here. There's nothing else on the ground floor, it's just this one pod.
Nobody ever
This
notices
is
me,
100, so I
but
can't
they
hack
notice the
that.
pit boy
Okay.
light.
And that's about the robot. Yeah, Medj shut down, so I would shut down the robot Scorpion before I had 100. Interesting. There you go. Jewel cabinet. Right, let's head in here. Right, we're in. Right, let's go and speak to this Mobius person, shall we? There he is, creepy Mobius. Right, we'll speak to you in a minute once we've like looted your entire building, buddy. Follow. Alright, it's Fix It Thing magazine. Giant ass robo brain there. Anything around here? So this is like modelled straight after the other one. Mobius' glove. Down Mobius' scrubs. Down overweight again. That's his scrub draw, his glasses. Probably still inside the thing. Damn, what can I drop? Do I still have any of them grenades? No, I don't. What do I have? What? I don't need all this bloat fire meat. What's the value? Oh, value during capsule. I want to keep that on. See what I mean, guys? I'm so picky about what I can drop and what I can't. Since that's what I'm allowed to drink a load of. I thought I picked up a load of new cola. Oh, one. Alright, we just gotta be careful now what we pick up and don't pick up. It's. Ooh, ammunition. Broke that lock. Oh well. Knew that was coming. I just wanted to try and see if I can force it. But it's probably just the same type of ammunition. No, so I should be careful. I'm probably overweight again, am I? Yeah, by one. Alright, these are the two exact same fields, aren't they? Yes. They're up, down by some weight. Let's see what's in here. Junk room, just full of junk. Or do you believe or not? More rubbish. Duct tape, medic. Duct tape's normally very handy in 76. I could really do with that. Oh well. Right, let's drop some of this junk. Broke. Didn't detonate, I need that. Cutting board I don't need. Dog hide I don't need. Duct tape, empty syringe access bar, empty syringe access. Empty syringes. That. And that. There we go. Dropped a ton of weight. Just like that, guys. Right, this up, yep. Anything else then? And look at that, guys. Mentats galore. I might take all these because I can sell them all. If I have enough carrying, that is. I was on 2.6 something, I think I was. Oh, not that bad on weight, but at least I have a ton of mentats now for free. Someone smashed the screen.
Are we being watched?
Sign these scrubs, don't want them. Don't want any of that. Don't want any of that. Also have to keep an eye out for glasses, guys, because I know there's some glasses somewhere. They're just, you know, very small. And I think that's my brain in there, if I remember correctly. Right, let's open up these cabinets then. Call on, just gotta leave that. Scalp all. Oh, my foot just fell a bit from there. Anything? Also, I think when I get back to the thingy cap, to the Mojave, I'm gonna have to transfer all my stuff to the, what do you call it? Big mountain. So I keep everything here. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of infantry management when I'm offline, basically. When I'm not using this as much. When recording, shall I say. A to Z. That's in the wrong file in place. That's completely in the wrong file in place. That's in the wrong place. Can't even sort out their own lockers. How useless are these people? And that is it. Right, let's talk to Mobius. Let's just get our weapons just in case. Mobius, come here.
Hmm? Yo, hello there. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps?
Correct.
It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
How nice to know. Is that better? Surrender, Moise. Don't want to fight you. I defeated your giant roboscope in your necks.
Whoa, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages.
Really?
Oh, well, that's good. Were we supposed to fight? I certainly don't feel violent, but, well, these contraptions make it hard to tell.
You're not exactly what I was suspecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh well.
I was curious about some things. But I want to leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Okay, I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
Right, let's hold on one second. Repair, okay, I can't repair his monitor. Can you tell me about your robo scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
I was curious about some things. Why do you send them aggressive broadcasts?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Well, it sounds like your built robo scorpions issue threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Is some reason for it? Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the raisins better than I do.
Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
Sounds like you will program their names as part of a recursion loop. What to trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
A recursion is designed to prevent the flow of information, so...
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Okay, in 2007, Dr. Mobius, O is a circle, 8 and infinite symbol, they're all loops, I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
Sergeant's minor detail by snake. The vine isn't its own tail, it's Mobius, not oral. How is it?
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you immortalize the think tank, why terrorize them? I don't understand why you sent the threats and the Royal Scotland Army against the think tank.
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there must have been other signs of a larger world.
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
I don't have enough there. So what are you talking about, medicine? Okay, time for me. I was curious about some other things. Where am I? Can I increase my perception at all? Perception +1. I'm gonna see if I have.
I'm having the most...
There we go. The bullet that went into my brain. Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
Alright, so if I don't get my brain back in my head, I can't leave ever.
Oh no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course, your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere.
Sergeant Sam Klein said they had the idea to get the free technologies after your broadcast.
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth.
Okay.
My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
That's good to know. The think tank downloads schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
Why was there a data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
What's the purpose of these technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrate pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
I'm curious about some things. Okay, repair. I can't do that. Enough time. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, intriguing. I've never been killed before. Although, after that time I got that phlegmy discharge in my biogel, I wished I had been. Well, if there's going... How should we begin? Engineering viruses? Canceratic beams? Atomics? Electrocutioning? Or...
What minions?
Whoa, have they not constructed themselves yet? That's a bit premature of me. The Robo-Scorpions, of course. They can assemble themselves from floor panels and parts scattered about. Quite inventive. Never really know when they might suddenly appear.
What it to know?
Destroy this intruder! Oh.
Okay, I'll deal with all your
Time
robots
to fight.
first. Then I'll deal with you. Oh, great, my armor's low. Right, he's dead. The reason I want to kill Dr. Mobius is because, like he said, he's always keeping people trapped there, Luke. He's brainwashing them. He's evil. He's gone completely mad. He's using chems a lot, so he's going all mad. And look at the state of him. He's near a bed. And the invisibility field doesn't really work, buddy. Sorry to
Injecting
say.
stim pack.
But I know why. He's kind of doing it for a good reason, keeping them trapped inside a loop.
Cessation of hostilities.
But it's
complete.
also evil keeping them trapped in a loop. You know I'm gonna keep them trapped here anyway, like, but still. He's now dead. R.I.P. Mobius. No longer needed. And he's kind of crazy around on the walls as well. Right, let's go and talk to this stupid brain of mine now then. Brain, open up, I want to speak to you. Hello, buddy, remember me?
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Hey, my brain. Why does my brain sound so masculine? This is so weird. I'll be back there. Masculine, yeah.
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
Okay. Are you my brain?
Ah, Lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Shut up, arsehole. That's all I think. Why are you such a dick? No need to be sarcastic when your brain is slightly at odd event. Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Okay. Of course you're responsible, you're my brain. Oh, come on, that stuff was fun. I didn't realize it caused you so much stress. Listen, you're my brain, so you better be more stressful. Right, oh, come on, that stuff was fun.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you!
Wow, this brain is very angry at me right now. Do you know, how the hell did Mobius get you out here? That one.
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
How did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Okay, that seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Okay. Do you not want to be reunited? I thought you'd be. Alright.
Ah, the meat has returned. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions.
True.
Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
But what about the good things? What about the cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love? I can compromise. I can see your point. What can I do to make this a fair compromise? I might do the top one.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
So what, you'll all just stay and never leave? Well, if you like being stuck in there so much, maybe I'll just leave you out that one. So what, you all just stay here, never leaving with the tank of whatever that stuff is?
Well, certainly there might be some things I miss about being ambulatory. We have seen some incredible sights, haven't we? But still, given the tremendous, potentially life-ending peril that went along with those, yes, I'd rather stay here.
What if I just leave you here? Stuck here, maybe I'll just leave you.
Oh no! Please, don't leave me here in this nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so bleak it was actually improved by the end of the world. I don't know how I could bear it.
What's that one? Look what happened to the thing. What would happen to me if I just let this one?
It's true, the brains here have experienced some degree of deterioration. I'm confident that with a few decades of work, I can solve the problem.
Science, surely you've taken into account the corrosive effect of long-term exposure to biogel.
Of course I accounted for that! Do you think I'm so stupid? No, you're right. Maintaining my current functionality will be harder than I thought. This bears some further looking into.
What would happen to me if I left you here?
Let me see. I suppose you'd continue on much as you are now, using that synthetic thinking machine to do the heavy lifting. Unless, of course, the batteries run out. But that seems unlikely.
And if I put you back in?
I'm not entirely sure. I suppose there's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us. What form that might take, though, I cannot say.
Come on, let's go back in out here. Fine, you can stay here, not like, I need this hassle, someone.
Ugh, crawl back in there? Are you mad? I don't know where you've been. For all I know, you're riddled with disease or packing one of those delightful head wounds you seem to attract. I'm not crawling back into your head just to ooze right back out again.
Come on, you're my brain, I'm your boy. This is meant to be, baby.
Are you coming on to me? Sweet Lord, I don't even have the words for how repugnantly wrong that is. Ugh.
Oh my god, that didn't work. I promise I'll take back care of you.
Even if I believe you, and I'm not saying I do, we still have one significant problem we're facing. Even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of reconnecting nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? Then let's go make them. Come on, brain, it's stomping time. Top one.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Then let's go make them share. Come on, brain, stomp the top one. What's bad about letting the brains go out? They don't seem that terrible.
Don't seem so bad. They vivisected us just to see what would happen. Have you forgotten the lobotomites? The cyber dogs, I assume you saw those. Imagine that kind of science spread across the entire Mojave. Every man, woman, and child we've met reduced to a lobotomite. Is that what you want?
Sure then, let's think about it. Let's see around.
Ha! Thinking without a... Please tell me we weren't that perverse when I was in your... Ugh. Anyways, even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of
And let's go check on.
Oh.
I don't have anything. Let's just say violence is the last resort of civilized man. I'm feeling mighty uncivilized.
With an attitude like that, it's...
What's going to take you to convince you?
I'd like to find a nice little place to live, maybe in Good Springs, and settle down where we won't get shot at. Not as often, at any rate. But since that doesn't seem likely, what's your plan?
If the think tank won't hold up there, but we'll make them. Let's go. I'll handle the brains, you stay here, you'll be more useful once I'm ahead.
Very well. I suppose I have no choice. Goodbye, peaceful, soothing brain jar. Hello, head wounds and scorpions. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Clyde will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Good point. Your brain has been added. Yay! I got the brain inside my head again. Right. Let's walk very fastly and teleport to the other locations then, guys. So, first stop is the think tank to pull the jukebox sound things away. Then we'll deal with the think tank. Then in the next episode, probably after all this. And after I've got back to the Mojave Wasteland and dealt with all my loot. And put everything into lockers and filing cabinets and everything like that. We will then make our way all the way to Happy Trails. All the way across the Mojave Wasteland to Happy Trails. Do the Happy Trails, then do probably, I'm thinking, Sierra Madre, then the Big Divide. Thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So Happy Trails next, don't say that. Right, so let's teleport from here. I keep forgetting that's not the map button. I need to use my Pip-Boy. Pip-Boy, think tank, or the think balcony, whatever you want to call it. So yes, we're getting there very slowly. Right in the row. Let's.
Might I be of service, sir?
Nope, don't need that. Goodbye. I do need to do is put this in here.
What's the hat?
Let's just check what my notes say. I'll show you still that through your spine note. No, don't want that. Upfront note, field research and churn sums to the sink.
What's the haps?
I want to recalibrate. I found some sound waveform. There we go. Roller scorpion. Is that it? Hello, game. There we go. 4 out of 5. Field research done, dusted. Right, that's it. Take on top to the big brains. Thanks, I don't want more that organs. So organs are just meaty parts what might get me killed, you know, so let's make sure you're prepared to finish this once for. Okay, I am. Let's have a look, shall we?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to sell things, I think. You may have noticed the pacification fields down guess ones now. I think you're past your field one, top one.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not having my brain, or there's some things we should discuss. I think you're past top one.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Speech, Morris. Morris, I found I sort of error. Don't you think I killed Morris? No, you did. Maybe you should confer your colleagues first. I can't let you leave or let you leave. I think you're past your top one. Maybe you should confer your colleagues first.
Nonsense! Confer, colleagues? Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Okay.
Dalla, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, you know, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep.
God almighty.
And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator. Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names and...
Zero, we've got a long way to
Forget it,
go.
Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brachial beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
Oh God.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
I don't need surgery. Get in there, my friends. Fight this arsehole for me.
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting.
You're revolting.
Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
Oh, God.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here.
Please do be.
This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets is nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
True.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and z together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Great. Sounds to me like your maths is wrong and the odds aren't good.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
It's not a democracy, it's a researching, and half of your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
I do. Here's the deal, I'm not going to surrender, you are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You can still do that here quiet for me. I can bring you the Mojave, this world to you. You'll be safe and you'll still be able to do your experiments.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
I will not. Go on then. Leave the think tank. Sure thing, this should give us the final cutscene now to our end. Let's have a look.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book-chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses. releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Right, that was an interesting watch there, guys. So let's see what it says. You've lost the brainless perk. I don't care about that one. You've grabbed the big brained perk. Your brain is by your body, but some of the advanced area remain. Your heals cannot. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you only 10% more resistant to addiction now. So that's in your down shot improved by 10%. You've grabbed the big mountain. Alright, so that means I teleport. Have I leveled up at all? Yes, I have. Nice, we'll level up again then. What was it doing? Let's have a look. Maybe I should just get this up to thingy. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get that one up to 100 just yet. 90, 60, speech is on 70, 60, 60, 40, 50. Gotta get this one up to 50, I think, my guns, because that's gonna be very helpful. Then I think next time I'll probably get that up to 90, that up to, then I'll probably get my medicine up as well. Actually no, let's get explosives up, shall we, actually, because explosives comes in very handy, actually. I'll put my 1 point in that. Done. Right, so we should have, yes, this gun here. Can we teleport from here? No, it needs to be outside, okay. Let's teleport back to the Mojave, then we'll just end it there, I would say. And say that. Right, there we go. Back to the Mojave Wasteland. There we go. Hey, we're back in the favourite place, and that's red. What's dangerous? Let's have a look. Do I have a weapon I can use to kill it? Let's try to kill me over here. Oh, it's just a mole rat. Oh, shot's leg off. Hey, oh, leg has been shot off. Right, yo. Right. So, the next quest we're going to do is Happy Trails, and say that. So that's quest. Happy Trails. Let's listen to the thing, shall we? And say that. Let's listen to the radio of the broadcast before we end it, because this has gone a bit long, this one. Happy Trails broadcast. I don't even know if we're in range. No, it doesn't look like we're in range. Okay, once we're in range, we'll listen to that, guys. But from now on, I'm going to be transferring everything to this place privately. But other than that, guys, if you like this in the next video, we'll move off all the way from here. I'm going to have to teleport somewhere like probably here, probably the mole rat thing. And then just head up here, basically. Get to the Northern Passage, and we'll do Happy Trails. Then we'll do Sierra Madre, what's over here. Then we'll do the abandoned canyon wreckage there. And that'll be all the DLCs done. Then we'll just go before we do anything else. After that, we're going to go through Freeside, get into the strip, speak to the deal with Benny in the NCR, help the NCR, then get allied with the NCR before we all get murdered by them. Yes. And then everything after that's good.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
So yeah, that's the plan. But guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like, give it a thumbs down. If you have any questions at all about this video or any other videos, put them in comments and I'll try and answer the best way I can, guys. But until next time, I am Dr. Boros, signing off. Until next time, guys. Bye!